All right, everybody, welcome in. This is the Stormgate cast, and this is going to be a very special treat. This is one of the first free-for-all matches ever played in Stormgate, and thanks to Rick Mary, who we see speaking there on the screen there, who took Furious Resolve and put it into the new terrain builder map maker and made this free-for-all map for us. So thank you, Rick Mary, and let's check out what we got here. We got Proxy playing in the blue Vanguard. We also have, oh, let me get my colors right. This is AVI playing in the Infernal, in the pink, the brown, pinky brown, I don't know. And over here we have a Chinese character player in the red Vanguard. Again, I don't speak Chinese or read Chinese, so I don't know that name. And this is Senti in the yellow Celestial. And we are, of course, on Furious Resolve. And Rick Mary also made a Lost Hope version of these free-for-all maps. And if you need to, if you're in the alpha playtest, you can use these maps too. And then we can play some free-for-all games. And free-for-all games are really fun. They're not exactly the most competitive or the most balanced, but they sure are a lot of fun. And I certainly remember playing some really fun 12-person free-for-alls back in the Warcraft 3 days. And that would sure be fun playing some Stormgate with 12 folks just roaming around the big old map. But for now, we have a 4-player free-for-all map, and it looks like everybody so far has just said, we're going to stay at home now, and we're going to do macro, and this can be a strategy in your free-for-all, which is, well, don't attack. Try and defend, but don't overcommit early. So we'll see when the first damage goes out. We do have Proxy here with the scout scouting out Senti. Seeing, hey, there's nothing here. Oh, we do have the cock-a-doodle-doo of the morning cry. Now, one important thing here is this is a old style map. We got creeps on this map. This does not have any storm gates. Unfortunately, there are no storm gates in the map editor or terrain editor yet. And we're hoping that gets added in very soon, so that we can play some maps with storm gates. Maybe even add some storm gates into some of these other maps. And that just means the community is going to be able to start helping to build out maps. And community map makers tend to build the best kind of maps. And if you happen to be a community map maker and you have not yet got on the alpha, then I recommend you see if you can do that, because I really want to see more maps out there. And shout out to probably happening in August, we're going to do a map maker challenge, Frank, Bayo, and I. And also probably sponsored maybe even by Frost Giant. We've been talking to them a little bit about it. This is all just hype. I don't promise anything. But we are going to do a map maker challenge where hopefully we can build some new maps that might maybe one or two of them might even make it into the ladder pool if Frost Giant likes them. So if you have those talents, please stay tuned for more about that. Again, very macro, lots of defenses going out for everyone. Look at these, a bunch of sentries. I'm not sure, the MMR of all these players, but I don't imagine they're all in, the top of the leaderboard. So a little bit more passive, a little bit more defensive. Although we are seeing AVI moving out and doing some creeping. I don't see anyone else doing that yet. So AVI at least knows a little bit more about the meta, trying to capture some camps, get some boosts. Here's the real truth about the meta in free-for-all. Now this map has lots of bases. But usually in a free-for-all, the first meta is kill your neighbor so you can steal their bases. That's the meta. And AVI at least is on this idea. Move their units down here where, ooh, we've got Senti here attacking. My bad, that was on my end. Hopefully that fixes any audio issues. I apologize if there were any. But we have Scythes over here. Interesting choice for Senti. This is also kind of a free-for-all strategy, which is, oh, poor Proxy is getting double teamed here. Sometimes you go for higher tech, late game kind of armies. But poor Proxy here is getting double teamed here while we have AVI moving right into the natural here. The third base was taken down by Senti's sides. And that means Proxy is unfortunately going to be rendered out of this game. Well, Proxy still has a base up in the main. And yeah, it depends on whether AVI is going to come in and finish this off. Usually, again, in a free-for-all, you do have to go in and finish off your opponents, because even if they call GG, you probably need to clear out their buildings if you want to take their base. Look at how many phantoms we got out here. Wow. So many spawning. That's going to be end of this base for sure. Oh, well, oh yeah, okay. Finish it off. But AVI is pulling back out, leaving a few buildings. One Magmadon to take those buildings out. Maybe he was just trying to chase down some last units, make sure they don't escape. Meanwhile, it's a Hornets galore over here for our Chinese fellow friend who has taken the speed camp. And yeah, very good defense over here. Making an air force, maybe anticipating that there's another air force going on over here, which is the Scythes from Senti. RIP Proxy calls Rick Mary, who is an observer in this game. So Proxy goes down, and it's tier 1 for AVI, mostly one Magmadon. Cool little mag. Boom, 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 boom. All the cool new graphics make everything look nice. A little bit easier to tell these units apart now. Still could use a little bit more work, but much easier to tell the Gaunts from the Brutes. Magmadon blend in there for a second. It's interesting to see them in this sort of pinky brown color. Now AVI is starting to have the control. Again, also in these free-for-all, the meta tends to be if you can take out your neighbor, then that means you can get more income. You can maybe max out a little bit sooner. And then you can take out the others who, in this case so far, it looks like we've got a lot of turtling. Ton of sky mines just being put down here. Out comes Senti with the Air Force. There goes the Skull Squisher. Senti's going to try and go for the Vision Tower. Although I imagine AVI might go and snag that. Although, no, at the moment AVI is just tracking on the V5 rocket. And the V5 rocket has selected, flipped its coin. It's random number generator, AI powered, and decides, I'm going for these servos over here. And AVI says, me too. I go where you go. Out come the Hornets. Here we have Hornets versus Gaunts. It's not clear who's going to win this. I can't really see what's going on underneath the swarm of Hornets, but up shows a really cool looking dragon. Wow, does that guy look badass. Woo! Super cool. Hornets chase back in. A lot of them were on return to hangar, so they're on on heal over here. And AVI chooses to move out. Oh, that's because the Psys have appeared. And they're going for the Therium base. The dragon shows up. Uh-oh, dragon. Psys are here to snipe you. That's, yeah, dragons versus Psys. That's not the way you want to go. Both these players, both Senti and our Chinese friend, have gone Air Force, which means that AVI is going to have to rethink his composition. He might want to go a lot more Gaunts, but he's going to have to probably add some Air Force. Here we see a ton more Gaunts. Is he going to add? Those are Shroud Stones. We have a Spire in the back there. What are these? 2 more Conclaves. The buildings have changed, and I haven't yet adjusted my pattern recognition. We do have Shadow Flyers added and Hellborn added, although Hellborn don't hit air anymore. Gotta remember that. They don't hit air anymore. Now we do have base over here, but none of them have been saturated yet for AVI. Might have some workers. Where did those workers go? Some of them might have been taken out or transferred. Here we go. Transferring workers. Now we still have the web of sky mines over here. We have still a Hornet collection over here. Huge sentry post wall. More Hornets, more Hornets. It doesn't look like it's going to be a switch here. Hornet's finally moving in and saying, we're going to do some damage. And AVI is going to have to pull back, but look at how quickly that damage is done to that base. But Shadow Flyers get in. Whoa! Huge Shadow Flyer hits. And a lot of Gaunts getting some extra bonus attacks on there. Remember, with the debuff from the Shadow Flyers. That means a lot now. A lot of those units are going to be healing up. More Hornets have been added. But AVI is not happy about that. Now, this base did go down and is being rebuilt. Now AVI is going to run right into all of the sentry posts, and the brutes are just having a heyday on that. Gaunts in the back taking out the Hornets, and this is the risk of the Hornets. They're not exactly a toe-to-toe kind of army. They're more of a harass army. They can do well against certain armies, but they're not just... They can't just defend your base usually very well. Unfortunately, AVI tore through the natural and is up to the main. There are a few Hornets there, but Shadow Flyers find them in huge detonations. Only 4 remain. A couple more pop out. But AVI is taking it to this base here. Look at how many more Gaunts are showing up. He is ready to finish this game. Attack top left. He's in my base. Wow. That is true free-for-all style. Back in the classic days, you would shout out to everybody, go kill the pink player. They're totally killing me right now. Now is your chance. And actually, I didn't notice here, but the sides went ahead and tried to take out. They got this base, got this base, they got this base. Lots of Shroud Stones here. The sides managed to get away, but we saw here Spriggans added, Shadow Flyers added. This base is starting to get up, so like I said, classic free-for-all style. Senti now not sure because our Chinese friend has not died. They still have a bunch of units and they are still trying to stay in this with a bunch of racks ready to go. And sure enough, AVI has a pretty nice army, but Senti has been sitting back all game, and that is really one of the ways to win a free-for-all. Someone's going to be doing the killing, but that's not always the person who's going to be winning. Shadow Flyers run into a ton of mines there. That's not good. You want them to explode, but you want them to explode on units. Rampart kept a repair turret alive for a long time. That soaked up a lot of the DPS. Now there are some buzzsaw turrets here. AVI is ready to end this game. At least for the red Vanguard player. Those ramparts do a really good job, and buzzsaw cannons are like really deadly when you have a small army, but they seem to be doing a pretty good job right here, even against this large army, thanks to the ramparts. Here comes some more backups. There's a Hellborn there. There is a Magmadon there. And now that that front line has gone down, it's going to start tearing through the buildings. We have... oh, some good bad-mannered antics as well. Let me hide some buildings. But it looks like, for the most part, our Chinese friend goes down. And why not take out the speed camp while we're here? There's probably some glaive bounces that triggered them. Uh-oh. That base in the middle got caught, and then there were two. There's still these mines. And then there were two. A battle of the behemoths. Top left versus the bottom right. Who's gonna win? The Gamillion Scythes or the composition of Infernal? This is sort of a mixed comp. Mostly tier 1. Upgraded, I assume. Yes. Whoa, scrolly. I wanted to say that's the scrolly bug, but that was me just scrolling normally. A little too wild. Well, it has to come down to something here. These sides moving out. Oh, that mine has already been mined out. I guess it was half mined out at the beginning. And boom. Huge army here. Already taking out some Starforges, and those were some of the production. So, at this point here, the sides have to come back and have to do some kind of defense. And you can see here they come. Senti's not sure if he can take this army. This army's not sure if they can take Senti. I'm not sure either way. But it's the buildings that matter in this game, not the army. And for the moment, these buildings are going down. Is AVI going to be the ultimate victor? Or will Senti pull this out with Turtle Air Force? Turtle Air Force. I love how classic this game turned out to be. Gave me a real good old school RTS feel. Thank you everyone involved. Thank you Rick Mary for putting in the effort of building these free-for-all maps. And maybe we'll have some more fun free-for-all games, free-for-all show matches to go. At the moment, it looks like this will be an AVI victory, as Senti has not chosen to engage. Uh-oh. Oh, there's no win condition. So it only triggers when one says GG and says, "Good game, chaps. This has been a pleasure." But actually, these two buildings still exist. But nonetheless, no matter what, Senti is dead. Here come the Shadow Flyers. Oh! Pretty good. Oh no, we want to get away. Oh, so many. I love it. I love to see them all explode and die. That's what I'm here for. Oh no, but they got away. So many dying. Oh, very well done. More Shadow Flyers coming. I love it. Because they're sticking in that ball. Finally, we get the GG. We get the GG, but we still get microing units. Good. bad-mannered play from Senti. It's just AVI and Senti left. Okay, then I'm dead. And that's a GG in this first ever free-for-all cast of Stormgate. Hope you enjoyed it.